Hello, folks. Welcome back to the only Honda Snowblower channel on YouTube. My name is Anthony. What I want to talk about today is the essential tools that every Honda Snowblower owner should have. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't need a shop like mine. I'm talking about some of the tools that are must have. Let me show you first the shop. Yeah, you don't have to have an air compressor. You don't have to have all these tools and all this hardware that I have, and bearing pullers and everything else that most shops have. So you really don't need all that because most of the members here on the Facebook group and the subscribers to the YouTube channel, they're just regular. You guys are just regular Honda snowblower owners, and you want to know what kind of tools that you should have. So I'm going to show you essentially about 90% of the tools that you need if you want to repair your Honda snowblower or do some basic maintenance in a pinch if you have some kind of emergency. Let me show you really quick here. The nice thing about Honda snowblowers is that a 10 millimeter wrench, a 12 millimeter wrench will take care of almost everything on a Honda snowblower. You do need a 14 millimeter wrench to adjust your tracks or to replace your impeller shear pin. Here's a little socket, a little ratchet in the socket. You can get a set like this at Ace Hardware when they're on sale for $10. Every year I buy a set when they're on sale. This is millimeter with a 1/4 inch drive. You got your 10, you got your 12. Does it have a 14? No, it doesn't have a 14, but you got a 10 and a 12, which you're going to be using quite a bit. And you need a 10 for your shear pins on your augers. And a lot of the bolts, nuts and bolts on a Honda are either 10 or 12. So you can get away with just a couple tools here. What's really nice, I use these quite a bit. They're ratchet wrenches. Here's a 12 millimeter ratchet wrench. It's almost like having a ratchet socket wrench, but you don't necessarily need that. If you have these three tools right here, and most of you people, you have these tools in your kitchen drawer. Almost everyone has a flashlight, a couple screwdrivers. This is a Phillips head screwdriver, and this is a flathead screwdriver, or needle nose pliers. Most people have one of these. These are little picks that come in really handy. You can get these on Amazon and eBay for just a couple bucks. I think I got these from a dollar store, actually, a whole set at the dollar store. Here's another thing I got at the dollar store. There was a three-piece set of these little brushes. There's a wire steel brush, there's a brass brush, and there's a regular brush, and that was like a dollar. Here's my mini set of mini tools. I got a cutter, needle nose pliers, and a couple other pliers. You don't necessarily need these, but they were fairly cheap on Amazon. Spark plug wrench. If you need to remove and replace your spark plug. I'm not entirely sure what size this is. Somebody can put it in the comments. I don't want to tell you the wrong size. You could use a socket, spark plug socket too. Moving up, this is not essential, but these are called torch cleaners, where you can clean out in your carburetor, your jet, your idle jet, or your main jet. It's not entirely necessary. I'm just trying to show you just the basics. And like I've said in other videos, most of you have this stuff in your kitchen drawer. This is a nifty little tool for looping up your cables. I can't remember how much I paid for. It's probably less than $10. I'm gonna have a special video on how to use this. It's really really cool for lubricating your cables. And you do need some basic sprays. Like this is a water resistant silicone WD-40. The regular WD-40 washes off pretty easily, so you want to use something with silicone or a lithium grease in it so it will stick and not wash away so fast. Penetrating oil, Liquid Wrench makes very, very good sprays that are affordable. This is very good. Penetrating oil, if you have something that's stuck, rusty and stuck. Of course, starting fluid, use it in a pinch, and carburetor spray. Not necessary, but if you want to clean out your carburetor yourself. So these are the basic tools and liquids that you need. It will get you through just about everything. Here's let me point out a couple things really quick. Your shear pins, 10 millimeter. Your impeller pin back here is a 10 millimeter nut and a 14 millimeter head. And everything else, if you want to take your muffler off for whatever reason, like if you're going to replace your spark plug and you want more room, these are 12 millimeter. This elbow here comes off with a 10 millimeter. If you need to tighten up your handlebars, that's 12 millimeter. I mean, almost everything on this machine is 10 and 12 millimeter. It's really, really great. I mean, when I found that out, another mechanic down at the Honda dealer told me, I couldn't believe it. I said, really? All right, down here, this is where you adjust your tracks. These are 14 millimeter, usually. They might some machines might be different, but I think the stock nuts are 14. So that's 14 millimeter. And take your recoil off, that's 10 millimeter. Take your fuel tank off, like I showed in a previous video, that's 12 millimeter. So it's really, really pretty simple. If you just carry a couple of these basic tools, it'll get you through most of your repairs or most of your maintenance. I mean, of course I have much more complicated tools for engine rebuilding, like torque wrenches and power wrenches. I've got these Milwaukee tools. You're not going to need these unless you're running a shop. Have these battery operated tools or electric power tools. But I'm hoping this will help you when it comes to that question that comes up many times during the winter. What kind of tools, Anthony, do I need? So there you go. Thanks for watching, folks, and have a great weekend.